Hello, my dear students. Welcome to today's lesson. I'm so happy to have you here. I hope you are doing well and ready to learn something new. Today, we will talk about a very important topic. Can you learn English without a teacher? Many people ask this question, and the answer is yes, but you need a good plan and the right mindset. I know that learning without a teacher can feel difficult sometimes. You don't know what to study next. Sometimes you feel lost or confused. But don't worry. In this lesson, I will show you easy ways to learn English by yourself. I will give you simple steps, useful tools, and daily habits that will help you become better at English. First, let's think about the good and bad sides of learning alone. The good side is that you can learn at your own speed. You don't have to follow a fixed schedule, and you can choose what you want to study. Also, you save money because you don't need to pay for classes. But there is also a hard side. When you study alone, no one corrects your mistakes. Sometimes you don't know if you are saying something correctly. Also, it is easy to feel lazy or unmotivated. So, how can you make learning English easier? The answer is simple. Have a good plan and follow it every day. Now, I will show you the best way to learn English on your own. Let's get started. Let's begin by answering the big question. Can you really learn English without a teacher? The truth is yes, you can. But to be successful, you need discipline, patience, and the right methods. Learning English on your own is not always easy, but it is definitely possible. Many people around the world have successfully learned English without a teacher. So, why can't you? When you study by yourself, you are in control of your learning. But there are some challenges you may face, which is why it's important to know both the pros and cons of learning alone. Understanding both sides will help you stay motivated and find the best strategies for success. When you study by yourself, you can go at your own pace. You don't need to keep up with anyone else or wait for others. If you find a topic easy, you can move quickly. If you find something difficult, you can take your time to fully understand it. This flexibility is a great advantage of learning on your own. Another benefit is that you don't have to follow a fixed schedule. You are free to study when you have time, whether it's early in the morning, during lunch, or late at night. This gives you the freedom to learn at the time that works best for you. One of the best parts of learning alone is that you can choose what to study. If you feel like improving your speaking skills, you can focus on that. If reading and writing are your priorities, you can spend more time on those areas. The choice is yours. This allows you to focus on what interests you most and what you think will help you improve faster. Learning without a teacher can also save you money. You don't have to pay for expensive classes, tutors, or books. There are so many free resources online, such as apps, websites, videos, and language exchange platforms. This makes learning English much more affordable. However, there are also some challenges to learning on your own. One of the main difficulties is that there is no one to correct your mistakes. In a classroom, your teacher would point out errors and help you improve. But when you study alone, you might make mistakes without realizing it. This can slow down your progress. but you can use tools like language apps or websites that offer grammar correction, or you can ask native speakers for feedback. Another challenge is that you may sometimes feel lost without a teacher guiding you. It's easy to become unsure of what to study next. You might wonder if you're learning the right things or if you're improving at all. But don't worry, you can create a study plan for yourself. There are many resources available that will help you organize your learning and ensure you're on the right track. Staying motivated is often the hardest part of learning alone. Without a teacher to encourage you, it's easy to feel unmotivated, especially if you don't see immediate results. But the key to success is consistency. Set small, achievable goals and celebrate your progress along the way. Remind yourself why you want to learn English and keep that motivation high. But don't worry. If you follow the right steps, learning alone can be easy and fun. In the next sections, I will share tips and strategies that will help you stay on track, make progress, and keep enjoying the learning process. Learning English on your own is a rewarding journey, but it requires consistent practice and dedication. It's important to develop habits that help you improve in all areas of language learning: listening, speaking, reading, writing, and vocabulary building. Here are 5 simple yet powerful steps to guide you through the process. The first step is to focus on listening. Listening is one of the most important skills to develop when learning a new language. The more you listen to English, the more familiar you'll become with its sounds, rhythms, and patterns. Here are some ways to practice listening. Listen to English podcasts, songs, or news. Podcasts are an excellent resource because they expose you to a variety of accents and topics. Start with podcasts designed for English learners, and as you improve, you can explore more advanced ones. Music is also great because it teaches you pronunciation and rhythm. Listening to the news is another good option because it exposes you to a more formal style of speaking. Watch English movies with subtitles. Watching movies or TV shows in English is an enjoyable way to improve your listening skills. Start with subtitles in your native language, if needed, and as your skills grow, switch to English subtitles. This will help you understand the context of what is being said and improve your comprehension. Pick shows and movies that you enjoy, as you will be more motivated to continue watching and learning. Try repeating what you hear. After listening to a sentence, pause and repeat it out loud. Mimicking the native speaker's pronunciation and rhythm will help you sound more natural. Don't worry about getting it perfect. Just keep practicing and you'll improve over time. For example, if you hear the sentence, "She is going to the store," pause and say it aloud. This exercise helps you practice both pronunciation and fluency. Next, it's crucial to focus on speaking. Speaking is one of the most effective ways to build fluency in English. Even if you are learning alone, there are ways to practice speaking every day. Talk to yourself in English. When you talk to yourself in English, you get the chance to practice using the language in different situations. Try to describe your actions throughout the day. For example, "I am eating lunch now," or "I am walking to the store." This will help you improve your sentence construction and vocabulary. The more you talk to yourself, the more confident you'll become. Join an online speaking group. There are numerous online platforms where you can connect with other English learners or native speakers. You can practice speaking with them in real time, and it's a great way to get feedback. Practicing with others will expose you to different accents and speaking styles and help you gain confidence in your speaking abilities. Use AI chatbots for practice. Many language learning apps have AI chatbots designed for practicing speaking. These chatbots simulate conversations, allowing you to respond to them in real time. They're great for building fluency and practicing everyday conversations. Plus, they can provide instant feedback, which is helpful for improving your grammar and vocabulary. Even if you make mistakes while speaking, don't be discouraged. Mistakes are a natural part of the learning process, and they help you improve. Keep practicing, and your speaking will become more fluid and natural. Reading is another powerful way to enhance your language learning. Language skills. By reading, you expose yourself to new vocabulary, sentence structures, and grammatical patterns. Here are some ways to improve your reading skills. Start with children's books. Children's books are written in simple language and often have repetitive phrases, making them easy to understand. Reading these books will help you familiarize yourself with common words and sentence structure. As your skills improve, gradually move on to more challenging books. Read news for beginners. There are many websites and apps that provide news articles written for English learners. These articles are typically shorter and use simpler vocabulary. Websites like News in Levels and BBC Learning English offer great beginner-friendly news articles that you can use to practice your reading comprehension. Highlight new words and learn them as you read. Mark any new words that you don't understand. After reading, look up the meaning of these words and try to use them in sentences. This will help you expand your vocabulary and improve your understanding of the language. Writing is also an essential skill for improving your language abilities. Writing allows you to practice constructing sentences, organizing your thoughts, and using new vocabulary. Here's how you can incorporate writing into your learning. Keep a small diary. Writing in a diary is a great way to practice English every day. You don't have to write long passages. Just a few sentences about your day will help you practice forming sentences. For example, you could write, I woke up early today. I went to the gym. I had a meeting at work. The key is to write regularly and keep it simple. Write simple sentences every day. In addition to journaling, try writing simple sentences about any topic. You could write about your plans for the day, what you did, or your thoughts on something you recently read or watched. This helps you practice writing and forces you to think in English. Start small and gradually increase the complexity of your sentences as you gain confidence. Use new words you learn as you come across new vocabulary. Make sure to use those words in your writing. For example, if you've learned the word delicious, try using it in a sentence like, the food at the restaurant was delicious. This helps reinforce new words and makes them part of your active vocabulary. Lastly, one of the most important steps in learning English is to build your vocabulary. Learning new words every day will help you expand your knowledge and express yourself more effectively. Here's how to make vocabulary building a daily habit. Learn 5 new words every day. You don't need to learn dozens of words each day. 5 new words is a manageable goal. Use flashcards to help you memorize the words or write them down in a notebook. Be sure to review the words regularly so you don't forget them. Use flashcards to remember words. Flashcards are an effective way to remember vocabulary. You can create physical flashcards or use digital flashcard apps like Anki or Quizlet. Write the word on one side and the definition or translation on the other side. Review them regularly to reinforce your learning. Write words in sentences. Once you've learned a new word, try using it in a sentence. This will help you remember the word and understand how it fits into different contexts. For example, if you learn the word travel, write a sentence like, "I love to travel to new places." By following these 5 simple steps, listening, speaking, reading, writing, and learning new words, you'll be able to improve your English skills on your own. Remember, consistency is key. The more you practice, the better you'll become. Take small steps every day, and over time, you'll see significant progress in your language abilities. Keep going and enjoy the learning process. Now, let me share some of the best free tools that will help you learn English faster. These tools can be used anytime, anywhere, and they can help you improve your skills in listening, reading, speaking, and writing. The first set of tools are apps that are designed to help you learn English on the go. One of the most popular apps is Duolingo. Duolingo is fun, engaging, and effective. It offers a variety of exercises to practice vocabulary, grammar, and sentence structure. The app uses a gamified approach, so you get points and rewards for completing lessons. This makes learning feel like a game and keeps you motivated. The lessons are short and manageable, so you can easily fit them into your daily routine. Another great app is Memrise, which uses pictures and audio to help you learn words more effectively. The app offers a range of lessons on different topics, and it's especially useful for learning vocabulary. Memrise's use of spaced repetition helps ensure you remember the words you learn over time. The app also includes native speaker audio, so you can hear how words are pronounced correctly. If you're looking for something more customizable, Anki might be the app for you. Anki allows you to create your own flashcards for studying. You can add images, audio, and text to each flashcard, and the app uses a spaced repetition system to help you remember the words you've learned. This is great for anyone who likes to create their own study materials and wants to have full control over their learning process. Next, we have websites that offer free lessons and materials for learners at all levels. One of the best websites is BBC Learning English. The website has a wide range of lessons, videos, and interactive exercises that can help you improve your grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, and listening skills. The content is updated regularly, and you'll find lessons for all levels, from beginner to advanced. There are also sections dedicated to specific topics, such as business English and idioms, which can help you tailor your learning to your needs. Another useful website is ESL Fast, which offers a variety of reading and listening exercises. Each lesson on ESL Fast includes an article and an audio recording, so you can read along as you listen. This is a great way to practice reading comprehension and listening skills simultaneously. The website also offers stories, news articles, and dialogues, so you can find materials that suit your interests and skill level. For visual learners, YouTube is a fantastic resource. BBC Learning English has a YouTube channel that offers short, engaging lessons on grammar, pronunciation, vocabulary, and more. The videos are clear and easy to follow, and the content is updated regularly. You'll also find videos with native speakers, so you can hear how the language is used in real-life conversations. Another great channel is English Addict with Mr. Steve. Mr. Steve's channel is designed to make learning English fun and easy. He uses clear explanations and real-life examples to teach grammar and vocabulary. His lessons are short and straightforward, so you can quickly understand the concepts he's teaching. The channel also covers topics like phrasal verbs and common mistakes that learners make, which can help you avoid errors in your own speaking and writing. Finally, there are podcasts that offer valuable listening practice. One great podcast is ESL Pod, which features slow and clear English conversations. The hosts speak at a slower pace, making it easier for beginners to understand. Each episode covers a different topic, and the hosts explain vocabulary and expressions used in the conversations. Listening to ESL Pod regularly will help you improve your listening comprehension and learn new words in context. Another excellent podcast is the British Council Podcasts. The British Council is a well-known name in English learning, and their podcasts feature real-life dialogues for learners at different levels. You'll hear conversations on a variety of topics, such as culture, travel, and daily life. The podcasts are accompanied by transcripts, so you can follow along and check your understanding. By incorporating these tools into your daily routine, you'll be able to practice all areas of language learning: listening, speaking, reading, and writing at your own pace. The key is consistency. Make time each day to use these tools, and over time, you'll see noticeable improvements in your English skills. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to learning English. Some tools may work better for you than others, so experiment with different apps, websites, and resources to see what fits your learning style best. Whether you prefer interactive apps, visual lessons on YouTube, or listening to podcasts during your commute, there are plenty of free resources available to help you succeed. Keep using these tools regularly, stay motivated, and enjoy the process of learning English. Learning a new language on your own is possible, but staying motivated is often the hardest part. Without a teacher or classmates to encourage you, it's easy to feel lost or discouraged. However, there are simple and effective ways to stay motivated and keep moving forward. The key is to create a learning routine that is enjoyable, rewarding, and consistent. Here are 4 powerful strategies to help you stay focused and inspired on your journey to mastering English. One of the best ways to stay motivated is by setting small, achievable goals. When learning on your own, it's easy to feel overwhelmed if you don't have clear milestones. Setting small goals helps you maintain focus, track your progress, and feel a sense of accomplishment. A simple way to start is by learning 5 new words every day. This might not seem like much, but over time it leads to a huge vocabulary boost. Use flashcards, write the words in a notebook, or use language learning apps. The key is consistency. Learning a little every day is more effective than trying to learn too much at once. Another great goal is to speak English for 10 minutes every day. Speaking is often the most challenging skill for language learners, especially when studying alone. However, practicing just 10 minutes daily can make a big difference. You can talk to yourself, repeat sentences from podcasts or movies, or record your voice to track improvement. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just keep speaking. Reading is also an important skill to develop. Set a goal to read 1 short article each week. Choose articles that interest you and match your language level. Reading helps you learn new words, understand sentence structure, and improve comprehension. Keep it simple at first, then gradually move to longer and more complex texts. By setting these small, realistic goals, you'll break the big challenge of learning English into manageable steps. This makes learning feel less overwhelming and keeps you motivated as you celebrate small achievements every day. Another way to stay motivated is to make learning fun. Studying doesn't have to be boring or feel like hard work. When you enjoy the process, you're more likely to stay engaged and motivated. A great way to do this is by watching English cartoons or movies. Cartoons often have simple language and clear pronunciation, making them an excellent tool for learning. Movies, on the other hand, expose you to natural conversation, common expressions, and cultural insights. If a movie feels too difficult, start with subtitles in English to help you follow along. Playing English word games can also make learning enjoyable. There are many apps and websites with fun language games that improve vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. Crosswords, word searches, and language quizzes make learning feel like entertainment rather than a chore. Joining a study group can also make a big difference. Even if you don't have in-person language partners, online communities and forums provide support and encouragement. Studying with others makes learning more interactive and enjoyable, and it helps keep you accountable. When learning is fun, it becomes something you look forward to instead of something you force yourself to do. Finding enjoyable ways to practice English will keep you engaged and motivated. Tracking your progress is another powerful way to stay motivated. When you can see how much you've improved, it gives you a sense of accomplishment and encourages you to keep going. A simple way to track progress is by keeping a learning journal. Write down new words, grammar rules, or phrases you've learned each day. Over time, you'll have a personal record of your improvement, and looking back at old entries will show how much progress you've made. Recording your speaking practice is another helpful method. Try speaking about a simple topic and recording yourself. After a few weeks, listen to old recordings and compare them to new ones. You'll notice improvements in pronunciation, fluency, and confidence. Testing yourself regularly also helps track progress. Take vocabulary quizzes, grammar exercises, or comprehension tests to measure improvement. There are many free online tests available that can help assess your level and show which areas need more focus. By keeping track of what you learn, you'll stay motivated by seeing clear evidence of your progress. Small improvements over time lead to big results. One of the biggest challenges language learners face is the fear of making mistakes. Many people avoid speaking because they're afraid of saying something wrong. However, mistakes are a natural and necessary part of the learning process. The truth is, everyone makes mistakes, even native speakers. The important thing is to learn from them. Instead of letting them discourage you, mistakes actually help you learn faster. When you make an error and correct it, you're more likely to remember the correct way next time. Instead of feeling embarrassed, see mistakes as opportunities to improve. The key is to keep practicing, no matter how many mistakes you make. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become, and the fewer mistakes you'll make over time. Learning a language is a journey, and every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to fluency. Staying motivated when learning English on your own can be challenging, but it's completely possible with the right mindset and strategies. Set small, achievable goals to maintain focus and track your progress. Make learning fun by incorporating entertainment and interactive activities into your study routine. Keep a record of your progress so you can see how far you've come. Most importantly, don't fear mistakes. Embrace them as part of the learning process. With dedication, patience, and consistent effort, you'll continue to improve and reach your English language goals. Keep practicing, stay positive, and enjoy the journey. English learners make the same mistakes when learning on their own. Let's take a look at some of the most common mistakes and how you can avoid them. One of the biggest mistakes learners make is focusing too much on grammar. While grammar is important, it's not the only thing you need to focus on when learning English. A strong understanding of grammar is helpful, but learning grammar in isolation can make your learning experience dry and frustrating. If you spend all your time on grammar rules and never practice speaking or listening, you might know a lot of rules but struggle when it comes to using the language in real situations. It's important to remember that language is about communication, not just rules. You need to learn how to use what you know in conversations and in real life. The best way to learn grammar is to practice it in context. For example, when you listen to English songs, podcasts, or movies, pay attention to how grammar is used in everyday conversation. This way, you'll start to understand how to use grammar naturally, and you won't have to think too much about it when you're speaking. To fix this mistake, focus on speaking and listening, not just grammar. When you learn something new, use it right away in a sentence. You can even try talking to yourself in English or writing simple sentences every day. By practicing in real-life situations, you'll start to feel more comfortable with the language, and your grammar will improve naturally over time. Another common mistake learners make is not practicing speaking enough. It's easy to focus on reading and writing when you're learning on your own, but speaking is a crucial skill that you need to develop. Speaking practice allows you to improve your pronunciation, fluency, and confidence. If you don't practice speaking regularly, you'll find it harder to keep up with conversations when they happen. It can be intimidating to speak when you're learning alone because you might be afraid of making mistakes or feel embarrassed. However, making mistakes is a part of the learning process, and you should embrace it. The more you speak, the more you'll improve. There are many ways to practice speaking, even if you're learning alone. You can start by talking to yourself in English. For example, you could describe what you're doing during the day or practice repeating sentences you hear in podcasts or movies. Another option is to join an online group or find a language partner to practice with. There are many websites and apps where you can connect with other English learners or native speakers who are willing to practice with you. Even if you're nervous about making mistakes, don't let that stop you. The more you speak, the more confident you'll become, and the better your speaking skills will get. A third mistake learners often make is giving up too soon. Learning a new language takes time, and it's easy to feel frustrated when progress seems slow. You might have moments when you feel like you're not improving, or when the language seems too difficult. It's important to stay patient and remind yourself that learning takes time. One reason learners give up too quickly is that they expect rapid results. While some people might learn faster than others, language learning is a gradual process. At the beginning, you might not see big changes, but that doesn't mean you're not making progress. Every new word or phrase you learn is a small victory. Over time, these small steps will add up, and you'll start to see real improvement. To stay motivated, set small, achievable goals. For example, try learning 5 new words every day or speaking for 10 minutes in English each day. Keep track of your progress by writing down what you've learned or recording yourself speaking. This will help you see how far you've come and keep you motivated to continue learning. Remember, learning a language is not a race. It's about taking one step at a time and enjoying the process. Don't be discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Keep practicing, and with time, you'll start to see improvement. To sum up, here are 3 common mistakes to avoid when learning English on your own. Focusing too much on grammar, not practicing speaking enough, and giving up too soon. By focusing on speaking and listening, practicing regularly, and staying patient, you can overcome these challenges and make steady progress toward fluency. Keep in mind that learning a language takes time, but with persistence and the right approach, you can achieve your goals and enjoy the journey along the way. So, can you learn English without a teacher? Yes, you can, but you need a plan and daily practice. Let's quickly review what we learned today. First, we learned that it's important to listen, speak, read, and write in English every day. These are the 4 key skills that will help you improve and make steady progress. Don't just focus on one aspect. Make sure to practice all 4 to become a well-rounded learner. Second, we discussed the best free tools that you can use to help you learn English. There are so many apps, websites, and podcasts available that can support your learning journey. Remember to explore these tools and find what works best for you. With the right resources, you can learn faster and more effectively. Finally, we covered the importance of staying motivated. Language learning can be challenging at times, but if you keep setting small goals, making learning fun, tracking your progress, and not fearing mistakes, you'll continue moving forward. Keep in mind that consistency is key, and learning takes time. Be patient and trust the process. Now, here's my challenge for you. Try learning 5 new words today and use them in sentences. Write them in the comments below. I'd love to see how you're using the new words in your daily life.